who don't want to go the opposite direction, but that is okay. We will have to do what we have to do. Hey, friends. Hey, hey, hey. My name is Cass. Welcome to the Crown Frequency. And tonight we are going to vibe and enjoy these beautiful messages. Don't mind my one glove, y'all. I thought it was cute, and it's not because it's hot. This is a whole vibe. We are not going to rush through the messages. We are going to feel them as they come. This is going to be a beautiful, fun vibe for all of us. And I've got just some lovely energy that I want to share with you. I know these downloads, they come in waves. I want you to tap in and think of this as a kick behind, like surf experience where you are ready to catch the wave, but when you are out just in the water vibing, you're feeling the atmosphere. That's what this is all about. And I want you to join me in this. So, the first thing I want you to do is take a deep breath in and tap in. I am in absolutely breathe out, no rush. I am in absolutely no rush to get these messages to you in a timely fashion. You will receive them when divine energy tells you so. Tap in, tap in, tap in, friend, tap in. Now, usually when I do these divine messages and downloads, there's some ways that I start, and I'm thinking today I just want to vibe and pull some cards. I want to talk about like wake up and smell the roses, right? So, like, what is this rose inside of us ready to bloom? We are going to dive in and talk about it. 2025 is, I feel like, a year of many, a year of a lot, a year of energy where we show up as we see fit. And we're not rushing. We aren't in this energy to prove to somebody else that we have to be whatever it is that society or our family or friends tell us we have to be. I feel like we are going to be in a vibe of I am going to show up the way I need to, that satisfies me and doesn't overexert me. I feel like a lot of us are coming out of the hustle culture mindset where we have to work 4 or 5 jobs in order to see our dreams come to fruition, when in actuality, we are on such a high level frequency at this point that the collective is practicing mentalism, as above, so below. And I love that for the collective. I don't think that we have to experience this level of stress, heartache, and difficulty in order to show that we are working hard. 2025 is the year of soft energy. That's how we're going to show up in 2025. Yes, 2025 is the year of blooming. Yes, where we plant the seeds where they need to be in our lives so that when we pour into ourselves and we step out into the sunlight, yes, we are able to thrive and be rooted in our own understanding and not rely on somebody else's thoughts or ideas to guide us. 2025 is a year of self-guidance. Yes. 2025 is a year of connecting to people who understand that we don't have to rush through life in order to enjoy it. Yes. Like we don't always have to be on the go. Yes. So the fact that your name is Rose and you tapped into this, and I'm doing a wild rose within spread, just further lets me know that I am on the right guided path, and I truly appreciate that. Now we've got amazing energy. Like what does the inner rose, the inner bloom in us want us to know at this point in time? And how do we jump into this energy? Thank you so much. I feel like a lot of this energy that we are embarking on right now, it wants us to know that our kingdom and um, our joys and what we desire is coming. Tap in, yes. When we arrive at this point of what do we need to know, I feel like the world is inviting us, the energy is inviting us, thank you, Fran, is inviting us to understand that all of the pieces that we put in place, they are going to work out for us. And I know it's easier said than done, and there's so much movement that's happening in the world right now, so many distractions. You are able to understand the importance of world events and the events that are happening locally without denying yourself the understanding and the business to handle your business. I mean, yes, are we understanding each other right now? 2025 is inviting us to bloom in a way where we stand 10 toes down in what it is that not only we believe, but what we require in order to meet a particular regulation in order to stand in our true selves. And when I say like meet a level of regulation, there are energies, there are powers to be that truly attempt to knock us off of our game. And this can range from anywhere. This can range from either you attempting to let go of something that has a stronghold on you. You have finally decided to say no, and this is the beginning of your journey. We have a lot of people who are in the midst of a spiritual awakening and they are going steadfast, head on in it 100% and saying that this is my calling, this is what I'm stepping into. Like there's a regulation, there are rules that are being followed by you, that you are drawing yourself, that you are attaching yourself to in order to highlight and bring in what it is that you require and desire. And this can be like anything that is in your way or you need to focus on. So when we talk about what does this wild rose in you want you to know, it wants you to know that the moves you are making is happening and it's right. And if at any given time you feel like you aren't on the right path, guidance is going to take you back into that straight line. And it's easy to feel like we're not on the straight path. It's easy to feel like there's not a lot happening around us or that we need to take care of everything that's in front of us for every reason. Let me tell you something, friend. You do not tap in. Yes, you do not have to show up for every single thing. I want you to tap in. You do not have to show up for everything that is asking for your attention, not what you want to put your attention to, but things that are asking for you to tap in and give your energy. You don't have to show up for anything. As a matter of fact, when we talk about showing up for people, we always feel like, or most times we feel like we have to go in and save people. We have to go in and save what's the situation at hand, whether it's family, friends, work, whatever. We feel like we have to show up and save whatever the situation is happening. Tap in. And I'm here to tell you and give you permission, like, friend, no, you don't. You ain't got to show up for everybody. First of all, everybody's not even worth your energy or time to show up for. Tap in. If you agree with that message, just go ahead on and give me a thumbs up, because I feel like sometimes we put ourselves in these big positions where if we don't show up, then the whole world's going to just go to hell. And that is not the case. That is not the case. Take off your parachute. You do not have to jump out of the plane every time somebody asks you to show up. That is not a requirement of your level up journey. That is not a requirement of your spiritual journey. As a matter of fact, the wild rose inside of you is inviting you to say, if you do not give yourself permission to grow, then how are you going to show up for other people? It's like, if, or how do you draw your boundaries? And so I feel like you have to be in a point of almost monolithic, right? Where you have to be one way when it comes to you digging into what is, again, require. I feel like we keep coming back to this word require, this requirement for you to love on yourself more. And you know what? When I keep thinking about this wild rose and this blooming and being out in the air, in the open, and knowing like what's out there, right? Like, so you have harsh weather, like picture yourself as a rose. You have harsh weather, you have rain, you have sunshine, sometimes hot days, and you are still required. I'm telling you, this word, tap in. You are still required to give off a beautiful smell. You're still required to be attractive to the eye. You're still required to show up and give your petals to the bees and the butterflies. Like, you are still required to do all of those things. That happens naturally, right? It is in the ethos of who you are as a flower blooming, right? But what I am telling you is that the rose doesn't look over at the sunflower. The rose doesn't look over at the cars driving by and say, I have to tend to those different entities in order to thrive. I have to keep pouring into myself and taking the necessary nutrients out of the atmosphere in order to thrive. And I feel like that is exactly what this energy is asking us to do in 2025. It is not asking us to show up for somebody else. It is not asking you to go beyond what it is that you can give. It's not asking any of that. What it's asking you to do is take from out of the universe what is necessary in order for you to thrive, even if you truly don't even know what you need. Okay? Hi. So I feel like this wild rose within is asking you to truly say to yourself, friend, accept what is necessary for you to thrive and give off the energy necessary to grow. That is your ethos right now. And it's okay to be monolithic that way, in this way, in this way. And you know what's wild? I'm looking at like this energy of the sun. There's so much growth happening in this 2025 energy that the only thing you can do is receive. That's the other thing. Oh, tap in, tap in. That's the other thing, friend. I want 2025 for you to be the year of receiving. Think about how much you give. Think about how much you put on the line. Remember, I talked about that parachute and saving everybody. Think about how much you put on the line for everybody else, to the point where you don't even give yourself the opportunity to sleep well at night. Okay? Think about all of the times you truly just don't give for yourself. Okay? So when I'm thinking about the sun, when I'm thinking about thriving, when I'm thinking about tapping in for you, I'm truly seeing yourself. I'm seeing yourself. I'm truly seeing you as somebody who is allowing yourself to receive. You do not have to keep jumping out of planes with your parachute on, ready to save anybody when you haven't even learned how to receive. This energy for 2025 is the energy of receiving. And what I want for you to think about in order to get closer to yourself outside of just receiving, I want you to understand that you have not only the power, but the perseverance. This is the thing. When we talk about self care, a lot of the times we think that self care is one day or it's a 1 week vacation. No, self care and self love go hand in hand with perseverance and forward movement with drawing the boundaries of what we deserve for ourselves. Tap in, yes. That's what it means. That's where we have to be. That's where we thrive. So when I'm feeling like this heat that's coming, I'm feeling some heat. I'm feeling hot a little bit, a lot of bit actually. So this power that you are standing in is not just the power to say, yes, I deserve, yes, I receive, but it's also to say what is not going to knock you off of your game. And this brings you closer to yourself because it gives you an opportunity to truly feel, feel around where you are and what feels uncomfortable, what you feel a knot in your stomach to. I feel like oftentimes we ignore that pit feeling in our stomach that tells us that we need to step away from something. We ignore our intuition that says this is a danger zone. That this is, whether it's stranger danger or familiar danger, that we tend to step beyond our or what we can hold in our threshold and try to take on that nasty, ignorant emotion and feeling that we have to say this, that we have to do this. And I'm telling you, friend, again, you don't tap in. That's why this is such a next level conversation, and we're riding this wave of energy, because I feel like when we really break down how it is that we deserve to love on ourselves, how we deserve to show up for ourselves, and what is required of us, and where we're being invited to, and where the doors are shutting in front of our faces. Like, pay attention to the doors that are shutting. You do not have to try to kick down those doors, friend. I used to be somebody that says, look, show me the door and I'll kick it down and I'll bust my way through. That was the younger Cass. Yes. Okay. Okay. Did not know about life Cass. Yes. I know that we have all been in those type of situations where we felt the need to be a certain way, be gung ho about getting something in a space that did not want us there, or we weren't supposed to be there in the first place. So when I say, like, when you see a door and the doors are closed or they are closing in your face, take it from somebody who has lived a life of understanding when you are not supposed to be in certain places. If the door is closed, let it stay closed. Tap in. If nobody wants you to be in that space, and don't be in that space. Tap in. So many times we try to force ourselves into these situations where we feel like we belong. And let me tell you something, you do belong in that realm. You don't belong in the realm with them folk. You don't belong in the realm with that energy. You don't belong in a realm where your entire self energy, yourself, is at risk. Yes, are we tapped in with each other? So while that door may be closed for you to reach your goals, that's okay. Doesn't mean that your goals aren't going to be reached. It just means there's another way in. Tap in. And I know that 2025 is a year of you walking straight by those doors. And you will find portals, entire holes open for you to thrive in. Tap in. And that's what part of this message is really about. It's about learning to love yourself enough that you are saying no to that closed door and you're walking to the ones that are opening for you, and still get the same results as you would had you walked through that door but had to fight through the fire in order to get the results that you wanted. Okay. Now I want to talk about, like, what's happening in your life, like what's budding. Hey, what is budding in your life right now? Oh my gosh. What's budding in your life right now is you need to pay attention to the signs that God is giving you. There is a direct connection between the signs that God is giving you. I know that, tap in, friend. I know that you have been ignoring the signs. I know that you keep saying to yourself, maybe later, I'll get to it later, I'll do it later. Friend, I'm telling you right now, no, you're going to do it right now. You actually don't even have an opportunity to do it later. You are going to look at the signs because it feels right. You know it. You've dreamt it. You've written it down. You've journaled. You've sung about it. You've received messages on the billboards, on your cell phone. You've received the understanding. You've gone through the lessons in order to tap into that higher spiritual realm, friend. Let me tell you, the ethos. Let me tell you, friend, the realms, the spiritual realms. Your name, tap in, is being spoken in the spiritual realm. You are, it is, this will be everlasting. Tap in. I was about to say this will be an everlasting love, and it will be. Tap in. So sometimes music just speaks to you. You hear what I'm saying? Yes. Listen, can we tap in? Take a deep breath in. And I want you to breathe out. Why? Because the breath is the spirit. Okay, the breath is the spirit. That's why such an emphasis on the breath. And when I feel this fire energy just coming at you, the signs, you're going to know when something's not right for you because there will be no signs. It's going to be cold, winter cold, even in the middle of the summer. So when you have to show up, and God is saying, like, yo, this is exactly what you've been waiting for, the message will come to you as clear as the fire in the sky. Tap in. You will feel the goosebumps rise on your arms when God says, this is the opportunity I am sending you directly. Tap in. And this will be beyond 3D. You will start smelling the information in your dreams. You will start feeling the information in your dreams. I'm telling you, friend, this energy is so next level. So when the universe is asking, what do you need to focus on right now? What is budding in your life? The signs. The signs are budding in your life right now. You're going to start looking at the numbers. You're going to start looking at the sequential numbers, 333, 444, 12345. The angel numbers are going to start popping right in your forehead. I'm looking at angel numbers right now, 77. And that might tap in for somebody. Tap in. 77 is what I'm seeing right now. And I'm telling you, the more you are in alignment with what your purpose is, what your divine purpose is at this moment. Your divine purpose changes along the way. But what it is right now, you are going to see the lights guiding you on some yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. But the yellow brick road is only a placement for the signs that God is giving you. Tap in. I'm telling you, when I say what is budding for you right now are the signs, are the signals. What are the signs and signals leading you to? Is leading you to stability. It is leading you to stability. It is leading you to a place where you can rest. This is a resting year. Tap in. And I actually said at the beginning of this stream, I said, friend, this is a year where you show up in your soft era, where you're not going to be hard. You're not hustling. You're not running yourself ragged. This is the year of rest. It's a year of rest, and so that you are not spreading yourself thin. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Like when you truly do tap into what the universe wants for you, the universe don't want you to work so hard that you don't have an opportunity to say your prayers. Tap in. The universe, God don't want you to work so hard where your hair is falling out from stress, that you're not giving yourself the opportunity to regenerate. Tap in. When I say that rest is going to lead to your attainment, that's when I say when you rest, it is going to lead to exactly what you want. How can you manifest in a space of complete exhaustion? Manifestation is a sacred act. You see? Boom. Manifestation is a sacred act. That means that there is a certain energetic lining, pre-positioning that you must have. Tap in. Prayers up for you and your mom. In order to manifest what you want, how you going to do that when you are completely exhausted? So what I'm asking for you to do, what's budding, what's needed in this moment, what's needed in your life is for you to make a space, even in the chaos, to tap in spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, to rest and receive, to rest and ask, to rest and rise. Tap in. Tap in. I do not want you to come through and say that you are manifesting in a space of pure chaos and hurt. For those listening on my podcast, we have people in my video chat in my YouTube that have lost their parent. And that is one of the deepest losses that you can ever experience. Whether it is something that you prepare for in a way where you know it's going to happen, or if it's sudden. There is a spiritual loss in the physical world. And as I am going through these channel messages, I am getting the energy of eternity. Like that word, just eternity. And this is representing a deeper union within you. There is an ancestral, excuse me, tap in. There is an ancestral message that is coming through, and this message is this is everybody, mama. This motherly message that is coming through, tap in. Woo! This motherly message that is coming through that says what is coming into your life at this very moment is for you to have a deeper union with you. Tap in. Why? Because the conversation will always be between you and God. You are the co-creator. And in order for you to have deeper connections with your mom, your dad, your sister, your friends, your husband, your wife, your children, anybody, your friend, whoever on the face of this planet, you must first understand the alignment with yourself. Tap in. We have people in the chat that have lost their parents at a young age. And this parental message, I got goosebumps, that has tapped in and came through. The message that I believe every loving, God-fearing parent would want for all of their children on any level is to say, if you do not have a deep connection with yourself, if you do not have a deep connection with the creator, you are doing yourself a disservice. Tap in. Tap in. So let me ask, what is it going to take to nourish yourself at this point in time? Tap in, because we are receiving these messages on a, again, I want to say it like this. If you've ever surfed, or you've ever seen surfing on television, or never seen surfing, YouTube it. When you go out and catch a wave, okay, you're paddling, right? You're paddling out, and you're waiting for something that you can ride on down, right? So you're waiting for your perfect wave, or the wave at the time. You can wait for your perfect wave for minutes, sometimes up to a half hour. Sometimes no waves come. But you know what? I've always noticed, as myself, who has been out on the ocean a few times in my life, okay, at paddleboarding and surfing, is that you enjoy the connection with the massive entity that is the ocean. You enjoy the atmosphere. You enjoy that moment. You enjoy that energy, because it is you and the ocean. So I'm asking that, even if this message doesn't resonate right now, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the energy. I'm not rushing these messages, because I don't feel like you have to be rushed in these conversations. Why? Especially when we get to connect with people who understand not only how to thrive when times are good, but learn how to recalibrate when there is a significant loss. Tap in. That significant loss can look like someone you love. It can look like yourself. How many of us have lost ourselves? How many of us have cried at night because we used to be one way and we're striving to get back to that place of peace? How many of us understand that life has transitioned so drastically that you may never get back to that peace? And now you are in a space of mourning, because the old you, the one that you want to tap into, has now completely disappeared. That is a real phenomenon. And people can visit their old selves multiple times and still grieve that version of them. But I want you to kind of shift your perspective just a little bit, friend, if you don't mind. Tap in. It is okay to grieve the former version of yourself that was at peace. Hey, it is okay for you to understand that you may never get back to that person ever again. But you can also honor where you are, to the point where you're okay. You are okay, or you know you'll be okay. Some of y'all ain't okay. Some of y'all are going through the chaos right now. Some of y'all can't even catch a wave. Some of y'all just keep on crashing into the crest, and it hurts. And it's blurry, and you can't see. And it's water in your eyes, and it's water in your mouth, and you're just trying to get back to shore to rest. Some of you are in the midst of the chaos. That does not mean you still don't get to honor you in that chaos. Tap in. Who said that you can't honor you and recognize? And the way that you honor yourself is you are real with yourself. You are saying to you, okay, me, I am in the middle of this chaos. I am having a hard time. I cannot see what is ahead of me. I can barely see where I am now. That is you honoring where you are. You might not even have an answer to get out of it. That doesn't mean you don't get to honor where you are. Tap in. Doesn't mean you don't get to speak what is happening. Oftentimes, when you speak what is happening, tap in. This is in your private chambers. This is when you are in the moment of chaos. Even in that, tap in. Yes, I see you, friend. I see you all in the comments. Even when you are in the space of chaos, you'll be able to find that eensy beensy bit of hope. And when you speak it, you'll be surprised, whether in your chambers or in the moment when you speak it, you will be absolutely surprised, blown away at the portal God opens for you in that moment. Tap in. When you are wiping the tears away, when you are finally recognizing that you are in the shit, tap in. When you are recognizing that this is next level energy that you cannot handle and that you have been at the precipice, you are at the threshold, you are like at the point where you like, you know what? I'm going straight Tupac in 97. I'm over it. I'm getting up out of here. Boom. Here comes the portal. I ain't lying. Tap in. Am I telling the truth or no? Tap in. So when I say, when I say the opportunity for you to thrive, even in chaos, is real, I mean that. So how can you nourish this? First, by recognizing that in order to bloom, you got to be buried as a seed. You got to go in the dark. You got to almost be in a space of suffocation. You got to receive the nutrients from the dirt. You start to become almost innovative in your approach, right? Look, y'all, I'm telling you, I pulled the card nostalgia. I'm telling you, when I say you going back, looking at the younger you, wishing that was you, wishing you could go back there, but knowing that you in a space that might not be able to happen, you can still honor who that person was. You can still honor where you are now. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Tap in. Let me check on my podcast. Hopefully they over there doing all right and receiving this word. Tap in. You must understand that this process is only going to help you, even when it's hard right now. Tap in. Tap in. I want to talk about what's happening for you right now, though, friend. Is that okay? I know I kind of went over in a tangent a little bit. Friend, it's okay. I'm here to support you. I'm here for you to be in a space where it's okay to not be okay. All right? So I want to talk about what is happening for you right now. And I'm almost not even sure which way to go. I'm not even sure which way to go. So let's see. Let's see what we come up with, friends. Splitting the deck. Am I play? Are y'all with me? Are we tapped in? This is the portal. This is the opportunity. What's happening for you right now in real time this is your frequency. Tap in. This is your frequency. Listen to me. Come on, come closer. This is your frequency to ask for what it is that you desire, friend. Okay, listen, y'all not even, I have to start whispering because sometimes when we say things loudly, it misses the important part of our brain because so many things are happening at one time. I got to whisper for you to come in, tap in, friend. I want you to say a little prayer when you start manifesting, okay? So when you manifest, you can see your life as how you desire it, right? That's how you see it. You want this car, you want this house, you want peace and quiet, you want this amount of money in your bank account, you want a husband, a wife, you want children, all of those things. And I'm here for it, right? And sometimes the exchange, right? The tuition for this level of spirituality and manifestation is for you to walk in your purpose, right? That's not always an easy task. But I want you to focus, okay? Because when you start manifesting, here's the secret. This is secret sauce that don't nobody give you, friend, okay? On top of you perfecting your rituals, you are going to ask God, your ancestors, the spiritual realm, however you identify with the all-knowing power. You are going to take your prayers and go beyond that and say, God, I know that what I ask for is only within the realm of where I physically am. I would love for you to take my manifestation askings and multiply them to what you see for me and beyond. Tap in. I know some of y'all see the fancy car on the Pinterest, and y'all see the big house on the Zillows and all that stuff, and that's what you want. Not understand it. Understand that. But what you truly want is to ask God to see what it is that you desire and not only align you to that path to obtain that, but to take you beyond that. Because sometimes we'll ask for something and that's all we're going to get. You want to ask for more than that, what God can see for you because you can't see it for yourself. And that's just human nature. That's just the human eye, friend. Tap in. Are we with each other? So when I say, what do you need at this moment? What's happening for you at this moment? The portal is open for you, friend, to manifest and ask for anything that you want. Now, let me be very clear. Tap in. Let's get a little bit closer, friend. Are you close? Tap in. Because while you are manifesting for yourself, there are people who are manifesting against you. Tap in. While you are manifesting for yourself, talk to me, friend. I see you in the chat. While you are manifesting for yourself, friend, there are other people who are going against what you want. Tap in. This can be your own family. This can be your friends. This can be the haters that you know are hating because they so blatant with it. And this can be those who are hating hoes from the back. Tap in. Listen. What you are enacting is spiritual legislation. I go over all of that in my prayer alchemy course. Okay. And if you're interested in that, let me know. Drop a heart, drop a comment. Let me know. Okay. I'll leave the link in the description. But what you are enacting when you manifest is spiritual legislation. It is next level. Okay. It's next level. And when you are co-creating with divine energy, with your divine powers, it's going to be people out there that want to block all those blessings. And you notice it. I know you notice it, friend. I know you notice when people are taking away or trying to interrupt your blessings because you'll say it. Not today, Satan. The devil busy. Ooh, almost got me. The devil is a lie. Let me take a deep breath in. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm going to go the other way. Let me pray on it. You start tapping in. You saying these things because you're bringing awareness to the fact that there might be something else at play trying to defect, right? That's right, can't fool me. That don't mean it's not happening though. Some people got the eye and some people don't. That's why I want to put them on game. You hear what I'm saying? So when I'm talking about enacting spiritual legislation, I'm talking about going to your next level. And when you manifesting, while you up there manifesting everything that you desire, and you're asking God, you're asking your co-creator to give you beyond what you can think about, what you can desire. I also want you to make sure that you are asking God to remove the blockages and to reverse to sender. You hear what I'm saying? Reverse to sender on these folks. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. Now, let me talk about, as we were talking about manifesting, what are we harvesting right now, right? Because as we're manifesting, we're putting seeds in the ground. So what exactly are we harvesting right now? What exactly are we moving right now? We are moving this disconnectedness that has been thriving in the collective for a few years now, right? We got love and peace. That's what we're harvesting. But as we are harvesting, we got to dig up, right? We got to remove the roots. We got to remove the poison. We got to even things out. We got to water. We got to see what's not good for us, where the bad soil is. So as we are putting things in the ground, we're also removing. And I know in 2025, the collective is saying we are no longer going to start putting in back into the soil of our souls this disconnectedness that we have been told to do in the last 5 to 10 years. Tap in. I'm telling you, while this harvesting is going to provide a lot of introspection, it is also going to allow you to see what was neglected and what you need to tend to. That is why this budding rose this budding rose energy is thorough. It is deep. Because while, yes, there is a loneliness aspect to growing, I don't ever want you to forget that there are other seeds planted next to you. I love that. I love that. Plant your garden. This whole conversation is a garden. This whole conversation I am pouring into you because there are micro shifts that need to happen within us all. Y'all think I'm only talking to y'all? I'm talking to me too. We in this together, friends. We in this together. So please understand that we are saying no to the nature, to the nastiness of being disconnected. Because the collective has made the decision. And the decision is, in order to amplify individual voices like yours, like mine, we must understand how the collective must, what's the term, y'all? What's the word, y'all? Lift every voice and sing. Tap in. What are the words, friend, to the Black National Anthem? Tap in. Y'all not even ready for this. I got to go down to my ancestral realm. Lift every voice and sing till what? Earth and heaven. What are you invited to keep from this harvest? What are you invited to keep away? What are you invited to say, no, not this time? You are saying no to people who are unruly, unmanageable, who are disrespectful, hateful, hurtful, liars, unrestrained, wild cards. That's what you're saying no to. That is not invited to your harvest. That is not invited to be planted in your spiritual garden. Nope. That's what's saying no. I truly need you to tap in, friend, and understand how powerful this portal is for you in your manifestations. We are not bringing in lack of boundaries, correct? We are not bringing in those who are habitual line steppers. That is correct. This next level for you is just so beautiful, friend. I'm really happy for you. I am really happy for you. I have to let that sink in. Let's talk about boundaries. I mean, boundaries are here. Let's go boundary up. Let's go boundary up. What boundary can you enact right now to protect your rest, to protect your energy, to protect your peace? My God, tap in. Tap in. Y'all ready for this? The boundary is to walk away from turbulence. Tap in. Now listen, friend, listen. I gotta go a little bit deeper with this, okay? The turbulence is anyone that is inviting to your front door, to your side door, anywhere, negativity. You are going to back up from this turbulence. And I know a few of y'all done got caught up. Okay, y'all done got ushered. Caught up, got you feeling it, caught up. I don't know what it is, but it seems she got me twisted. You got twisted, friend. Some of y'all in the twisted situation right now. Some of y'all so twisted and caught up that you don't know how to get out of it, friend. This is the time to harvest. It is the time to deconstruct. And when I say move out of the turbulence, anyone that comes to your door talking about, listen, what had happened was, look, so what I need is, let me borrow, these people around the corner, I got like everybody, no. You will not be invited. And again, remember I said at the beginning of this broadcast, what we will not do is put on our parachute to save everybody. Okay, Project Pat and them told us, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save everybody. Tap in. And when you're tapping in, hit the like button as well. See if I can get 11 likes. That would be dope. So, friend, as you are drawing your boundary of saying no, no turbulence, remember as you say no and you make way, because all that's going to get pushed out the way, you get to say yes. And even in some of those moments, some of those times, some of those eras where you keep seeing these cycles come up over and over again, where you feel like you have to save somebody. Now you're in turbulent water because you invited turbulence into your home, into your soul, right? Even when you find yourself in these cycles, remember, you get to say yes to the things that you love. You even get to say yes to quiet. Say yes to that. Now listen, I really hope that some of these messages resonated with you, friend. I hope that this peaceful conversation, this chill vibe, really got you ready to understand how powerful you are. Remember what I said about your manifestation. Remember what I said about this portal being open. Now, before I go, let me give you one more solid message. Okay. I don't know what this is about to be, y'all. I don't know what's about to be said. I don't know where this energy gonna come from, but I feel like it's about to be next level. I feel like I feel like now that you have entered the portal of manifestation and you know what to do, you know what to ask for. If you are red balling this replay, I need you to go back because I gave you the secret. Okay? There is going to be a reckoning. Tap in. It is going to be a reckoning, an emotional reckoning. You are going to start to find, remember I said the turbulence, right? You're going to start to find that people who you thought were on your side are going to start cutting a fool. Friend, tap in. They're going to start crying over your success. They're going to start trying to figure out why you and not them. You're going to start to see that it's going to be people that's you thought was going to be there and they ain't. That's the reckoning. Because as you start to bloom, remember, we started this conversation with how you are going to start your inner bloom. Your rose is blooming. This is something that's going to be beautiful, a beautiful sight to behold, right? You attract those that nurture. You attract nature that does the work for you. And you're going to start to see that people do not understand how you did it. But you had to go through this process. And here you are showing up for yourself, friend. So let's recap real quick before I go. I got a couple more minutes, okay? Let me recap. You are not going to save everybody in 2025. You are showing up peacefully and well rested in 2025, okay? Your portal, as of right now, that is open is the portal of manifestation, friend. Tap in, okay? You are not only going to ask for what you want, but you are going to ask for beyond that. Tap in. Remember, you are writing spiritual legislation, so you must be clear. You must be accurate. You must be specific. Never be scared to yield your sword for protection. Tap in. And whether that is a literal sword that you have lying around the house, I'm not saying that I do. I'm also saying that I don't. Okay. Or you got to go get a butter knife from the kitchen while you are in your rituals and manifestation. Listen, you are going to declare and decree that 2025 is the season of Team You. What I just say, friend? I said that you are going to declare and decree that 2025 is the season of Team You. Now listen, if this resonated with you and I dropped some gems and I made you feel happy and I made you feel good, listen, what I want you to do is I want you to heart this video and I need you to share and comment down below. Because that's the only way these type of chill conversations and channel messages will get through. Otherwise, I get lost in the sea of fast-paced movement that distracts you with messages because it's a lot of movement. We gotta calm that down here. I can't do a lot of movement. Getting old. We vibing out here. All right. So with that said, friend, I thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. This was amazing. I love chilling with y'all. Remember what I said, okay? Tap in. We're going to close this out with a deep breath in. Deep breath in, friend. Deep breath out. The divine light in me honors and recognizes the divine light in you, friend. Namaste. Bye.